Thank you for joining Omni Mums, Bumps and Babes. I'm Louise, owner and coach at Omni. Congratulations on the birth of your little one. Getting back to exercise can be pretty daunting, but it's something that many of us are often keen to do pretty quickly. It's great for both our physical and mental health, and often a great way to meet other mums. I'd always advise that you wait until after your 6 to 8 week check before starting an exercise programme, and depending on your birth you may even need a little bit longer before you start. If you're pre-6 to 8 weeks recovery, I recommend lots of pelvic floor work, walking and gentle core exercises. You don't need to be rushing back in at that early stage. Enjoy the time with your newborn. I'd also recommend before commencing a programme of exercise that you see a pelvic health physio. Although that's not always possible and obviously not essential, it is very, very helpful to let you know where you're at in terms of that pelvic health recovery. Post 6 to 8 weeks, there's a few things to consider to make returning to exercise as safe and as effective as it can be. First of all, the hormone relaxin remains in your body after you've given birth at much higher levels than it would have been pre-pregnancy. As we know, this makes the joints more flexible. It prepared your body to give birth, to labour, but obviously that continues and it affects all the joints. So just take care when you're exercising at full range of motion and don't overstretch. Next thing, don't expect to jump straight back into where you were before. Start slow and build up gradually. Growing a human, birthing a human, takes quite a bit of toll on your body, so just take things easy. Next one's quite specific, and I will go over this in the first session, but check your core for diastasis or diastasis recti, which is the separation of your ab muscles. The general rule for this postpartum is to avoid sit-ups and things until you've rehabbed, so doing other core work which we'll cover to strengthen the deep core, the transverse abdominis, which is the thing most affected. It will affect most women. Don't fret if you have a bit of separation and you're noticing that yourself. It is very common, but it can be fixed. Next thing to remember, continue to do your pelvic floor. Okay, so even after we've given birth, and obviously affected during and post pregnancy, we want to be continuing to do those exercises as you can. I recommend the NHS Squeezy app to remind you to do those, but obviously during exercise avoid movements where your pelvic area is feeling weaker. Next one, pretty straightforward, but listen to your body. Obviously you've been through quite a bit, you're probably more tired than normal. Don't rush back in, just take things as it comes, and obviously stop, take a step back, rest if you do feel unwell. There's plenty of rest incorporated into the sessions, but you know your own body. Next thing to consider, think about your posture just on day-to-day life. So obviously feeding and carrying a baby often leads to a lot of imbalances. Couple that with imbalances that have been caused during pregnancy. You've carried a baby for 9 months, some work might be needed to kind of rebalance your postural alignment. So we'll look at some stretches and things during the sessions. Other than that, exercise is there to be enjoyed. So hopefully you'll enjoy these sessions, you'll meet some new mums, and we'll have fun doing so. So thank you again for joining. I look forward to meeting you all and working with you soon. But if you do have any questions in the meantime, just get in touch and I'll be happy to help. Thank you, see you soon and take care.